Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Caught me reading the instruction manual on this car, uh, Porsche Ride-On. Well, the Porsche style Ride-On we just got from our friends at BigToysDirect.com. And yeah, I figured, let me read a little bit about it before I do this product review and kind of have an idea of what I'm talking about instead of just making a bunch of stuff up as I'm going along. So, by the way, I recommend you read the instruction manual with any car that you get from anywhere, and not try to figure it out yourself because bad things happen during those times. But yes, we have our Porsche style ride-on car. It is the biggest kids ride-on toy that I've seen thus far, and I've done trucks and all kinds of stuff like that. And up to this point, like the Power Wheels brand, like the F-150 or the Raptor, or you have your big two-seater Denali Sierra, or whatever. Those have been the biggest ones, but this by far kind of towers over them, so to speak, as far as when it comes to size. However, with this size comes a lot of weight also, and this is not something that you want to try to lift by yourself. Believe me, I learned that the hard way. But let's go ahead and take a look at this car. Pretty beautiful car at first glance. Thanks for sending me a pink one, but it's all good. I like pink. I am very in touch with my masculinity. Listen, man, real men drive pink cars, I think. So anyway, I'm just messing around. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at it, and at first glance, like you can see headlights, stuff like that. But let's get a little more in depth with it. Starting with the interior, I just literally pulled everything out the box, started putting everything together, and I didn't bolt anything down because I'm gonna end up taking it back apart anyways. But I just kind of sat it in here so you can see and have an idea of how it looks while it's together. And the first thing you notice is these nice wrapped plush seats. Unfortunately, the foam that is held in here to keep everything from bouncing around in the box is kind of embedded itself into the leather, or the vinyl, I should say, on this. And this, I have to figure out how to get that out. I'm not sure if anyone else got this car and had this issue. But yeah, we'll figure it out. I'm sure it wipes off. But besides that, the seats are very nice. A lot of space inside. I love this center console right here. This is awesome to me. You have your little shifter, front, reverse, stuff like that. You have your keyhole for on and off. Your on and off for your light switch. I did not get to this part in the manual yet, but I'm going to assume that's a high-low switch for speed purposes. And you have your radio, your USB ports, your MP3 ports, auxiliary jack, all that good stuff. You have your steering wheel, and I did not bolt this in because I wanted to show you how it's set up. And it's similar to that of a bike or a bicycle, where you push this piece in and you tighten it up, and as you tighten it up, it kind of expands out and holds into place. So I thought that was really cool. You tighten it up with this screw right here, so it makes it a lot easier to assemble. You match your little triangle piece back here, you push it in, and you just simply tighten up this screw. You can set it to whatever length, and that's why they have it set up this way. If for an adult, you might want your steering wheel a little bit away from you. For a kid, you might need it closer. So this is very brilliant, a very brilliant design that they came up with, that you could just adjust it without doing anything major, as far as the holes, like normal screws that go into the side of these shafts. So that's pretty awesome. And then you have your cap that covers everything once you set it to where you want it to be. So I'll put this over here for now. You take a look on the inside. You also see you have a working emergency brakes, just like a real car. You can pull it up, and that kind of, you know, keeps your car from rolling if you're parked on a hill or anything like that. You have your variable speed, quote unquote, gas pedal, so you can control the speed. It's not just full on, full off type situation. You can actually control how fast or slow you want to go with the pedal. And then you have a brake pedal, an actual brake pedal also, that, you know, is all linked to a cable that runs into the rear to two disc brakes that are located underneath the car. So that is, this car is on some next level. Like, this is some next level right here that we're looking at. What else we gotta point out? Working doors. You know, just kind of open it. We have working doors. And I stated earlier, as far as the steering wheel is, you know, it's able to be adjusted for a child or an adult such as myself. I'm not very tall, so I could fit. So I could actually sit in here comfortably and, you know, drive it if I need to. And it has more than enough room for a passenger to ride with me. You know, if I want my son to jump in and whatever and cruise around the neighborhood or whatever around the shop, he has plenty of room. We both could sit in here comfortably, which I have never seen from any other ride-on up to this point. Usually when it's like an adult size where an adult could fit in it, we're in it, and it's only like one seat and that's it. No one else could sit in here. So the design of this is very compact, yet spacious enough to fit two people, whether it's two kids, an adult and a kid, or maybe two small adults. So that is I'm blown away. Like, this is crazy. Like, this is next level, and I'm probably gonna say that 100 more times during this video, because this is next level. Bing! Add that to the count. But let me go ahead and get out of here. And by the way, you open the doors. Oh wait, did I let myself in? Oh, okay. The doors are held locked with these little latches. So it actually have little hinges and little latches on both sides that you could kind of unhinge and unlatch. Moving forward, let's take a look at underneath the hood and see what we have located underneath the hood. And let me find. I should have been prepared. I'm sorry. I'm a flathead.
Seconds later.
All right. I will admit that I struggled a bit to get this open, keeping it 100. But, you know, once you turn this sideways, and I snuck and I read the instruction manual, as opposed to making myself continuously look like a fool. Anyway, get it sideways. Anyways, you open up the hood, and as you can see, you have your battery, your 24-volt battery. And you have your control unit, and this is for oh, okay, it has little look, oh, that's so cute, little hood things, little hinges and stuff to hold it up. Look, Dad, I'm a real mechanic. Are you proud of me? Anyway, you have your 24-volt battery, you have your control, and this is what controls the variable speed pedal that's located in the car. So this allows you to go soft start, full speed, whatever. Similar to the controls of like one of those little pocket electric pocket bikes, or what you'll find on maybe a crazy car, stuff like that, where you could control the speed. So very similar to that. And that's pretty much all that's located underneath the hood. Pretty simple. And forward, straight to the point. So now, all right, so I got the keys. somebody messed around and gave me the keys. So let's get this thing cranked and started, and we're gonna take this thing for a spin. I'm lying. I can't go anywhere because the weather outside is frightful. So, yes, it's raining. So unfortunately, I cannot take this for a spin around the block or anything right now. Where is this thing rolling back? Oh, wait. E-brake. Yeah, we're good now. All right, so take your key and you stick it in a little ignition piece that's located in the middle. Did I connect the battery? I don't think I connected the battery.
Bruh.
Okay, I'm gonna connect the battery. To connect the battery, you kind of come back underneath the hood, and you simply just connect these two pieces together. Pretty straightforward, and jump back in your little drop top. First convertible I've ever owned in my life. So, man, if the weather wasn't so bad, I'll take it for a spin, have the wind blowing by here. I need some sunglasses or something to complete the look. Anyways, turn the key on, and woo! You hear that? Woo! It has the same generic start as every other car, but a little bit louder. So it's a little bit cooler because you could actually hear and feel the rumble from the speaker when the car starts. It's like vroom vroom, like, oh snap, is there a motor in here for real? Okay, so anyways, we know it's not, but yeah, so after you start it up, then it gives you your little quick revving. You have a power gauge that's located in here on the dash. You have your power gauge to tell you how much power you're at, and that's located on the little console you have for your radio. Now this switch right here, no, this is not super boost power switch. This is actually your light switch. So this turns on and off your light switch. So let's turn it on and let's go take a look at how the car looks. Did I lock myself in again? I gotta stop this. All right. And yeah, there's your headlights. And they're pretty cool, you know, nice little blue tint on the outer. And look, it got a freaking light bar. That's cool. That's cool. I mean, I personally wouldn't put it on a car. It would be, you know, more, I think it would look better on a truck, but whatever. It's a light bar. It's pretty cool. And let's go take a look at the back lights. And yep, very well lit. The only thing that could top this off and make it better is if it actually has a brake light. I'm gonna push the brake. Tell me if it comes on. No? Wait. It got a brake light! Ha! That's awesome. And the reason it stayed on, honestly, is because I had the e-brake up and because all the cables are connected as one, with the disc brakes in the rear and stuff like that. The sensor and everything is on one line. So if you pull the e-brake up, the light will come on. If you push the brake, the light will come on. Unfortunately, the light does not come on unless you push the brake. So only the headlights come on during driving, which kind of sucks if you're driving, you know, during like, you know, the sun is like getting ready to go down or at night, because you can see where you're going and people can see you coming, but if, you know, something's coming up behind you, they won't be able to see you. So that is kind of a drawback for me, that the rear lights don't come on and work in conjunction with the brake light. But that's just one blemish on an overall awesome car, in my opinion. So that's all I got. You know, I pretty much went over most of the car. The only other thing that I need to go ahead and do now, as far as the outside is concerned or anything with this car is concerned, is to go ahead and flip it over and let's take a look at what the underneath look like. Okay, now that we have the car flipped over, let's take a look at what makes it work and how the frame is laid out. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these panel covers and let's see what makes this thing tick. All right, so we have our coverings removed, all of our panels, and the first thing you notice once you remove your panels is this huge motor and rear diff setup that's going on back here. Now this is a 24 volt 180 watt brushless motor attached to a actual complete rear diff and goes out into the disc brakes, dual disc brakes. That's crazy. Like for a kid's ride on Power Wheel that's electric, having a dual rear disc brakes like this is pretty awesome. Like this is a bit overkill, but this makes it worth it to me. In combination with the motor and the rear diff, it's like, wow, this is on some next level right now. You can see all the cables come from the calipers, run to the front, and this is basically your brake pedal setup, and it all basically swivels on this shaft right here, pulls these two cables to hit your brakes. And as I mentioned earlier, it comes with an e-brake. This is the underneath of the e-brake. Here's the cable that runs actually all the way up to here, which also pulls on the same shaft for the brake. So the e-brake works with the same disc brakes. It's all one setup, how they designed it. And it's really cool because it has a full, complete steel frame. So it's very rigid. And like I said before, this car is made for, not only for a kid, but an adult could actually sit in it and drive around. So they had to make sure that it is made strong enough to handle all this weight. And they sure did a good job on that. So although this car is a bit pricey compared to the other Power Wheels, and but you got to also consider it is like 2 to 3 times the size of some of them, and also the power is there with this motor and rear diff setup with the 24 volts that the car comes with. The car gets up to 10 miles per hour in its stock form. So of course you're gonna have your gearheads out there that's gonna probably try to upgrade it to 48 volts or whatever the case may be, and who knows what speed you could get out of this, because the potential is endless. But yeah, steel frame. You got the rear diff. You come here, you see your front setup, the steering mechanism. It's pretty cool. It's set up on these joints. They have these little ball joints that come out and across, stuff like that. It has a good amount of lock when it comes to the steering. And I mentioned earlier about the rubber tires that are actual rubber tires. And originally, before I pulled it out the box, you have other companies that mention rubber tires, but they're actually foam. These are rubber tires. And furthermore, what is a little bit different for me is that they're on plastic rims, plastic wheels with rubber tires. I've never seen that before, but it's lightweight and it does the trick. So I think that covers it as far as the underneath is concerned. Of course you have all your wiring, stuff like that. Everything is very well put together, and there's room for improvement as far as, well, not improvement, but there's room for modification and customization. There's plenty of room for that. All right, so now that you've seen the features that are on this ride-on, I'm blown away personally. I think it's awesome. I really love it. The only thing I have that was to me was the rear lights, that it doesn't come on unless you're pushing the brake. But that's minimal. That's not even like a big deal. That's just me nitpicking, to be honest with you. But overall, this car is a great buy, in my opinion. Your child will have years in this car. Like, I am literally sitting my big behind in this car with like plenty of room to just kind of play around with right now. So imagine how many years your child could actually get out of this if you're willing to invest, for the long run at the end of the day. So this is a very good buy. Shout out to BigToysDirect.com for sending us this car and allowing me to do a review on it. And stay tuned because I am actually getting ready to have these cars available on my website, kidstancebuilt.com. So this will be available soon. And yeah, I'll keep you posted. I'm at a loss right now. I'm ready to drive, and I'm actually really mad that I can't go outside. So I'm just gonna sit here for like the next 5 minutes and pretending I'm driving. So, yeah. And yeah, thanks for watching, and hit that subscribe button and that like button. Don't hit that like button. Hit the like button and the subscribe button. It's in one of these corners in your screen somewhere. I don't even remember where. Help me by pushing it so I can see where it's at. You see what I did there. But all right, bye-bye.